welcome back to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. It's a Monday, so hello Rob.
Hello, Walter. How are you?
I'm
Oh,
doing
excuse
well.
me. I almost choked myself there.
Please don't. when I said we're gonna be over quick, I didn't mean anything else but the
Yeah.
scenarios.
Did.
So today we are continuing our plumbing of SGB or Sturm Group Beton, where eventually we'll be playing Sturm Group Eisen. This again is the German landings at the start of the attacks on the Low Countries or Battle of France, depending on where you want to associate these battles. This comes from the Facing the Blitz pack, if you know it by that name, again by Critical Hit. And we have essentially two very short scenarios today, hence the stream title of both SGB-03 and SGB-04. So the first scenario we have here, I'll just get into the details and we'll start playing because, like I said, it's pretty quick. End of command. So this is SGB-03. I believe there are 6 scenarios in the pack. Should double check this. Yeah, there's 6. So there's 6 scenarios in the pack where this is halfway point. It is a 4-turn scenario, so very quick. It features 8 German squads plus a crew with a gun against 2 Belgian squads and a crew and some foxholes. Everybody sets up hip for the Belgians. So essentially, if you've been following along with your own scenarios or playing along, you'll note that the group essentially that exists in this scenario is the same that has existed in the prior 2, and the ones that are always setting up hip. So not quite sure. Definitely makes me feel like there was supposed to be a campaign game and either it never got completed or got omitted or something. Because this kind of stink is the wrong word for it, but it has that odor to it. So this scenario, like I said, features a very low amount of units for the defenders. The Germans have an interesting objective here. They have to make sure that there are no good order Belgian units in play, and this is by game end. As well, they cannot lose more than 2 squads or squad equivalents, either eliminated or captured. So there's an incentive to attack, but not to go too crazy on things. That being said, this could be over in 1 shot or 2, depending on how many units move at any given time. so you never know. Especially given I do not have line of sight on anybody, so I don't really have a prep fire. Only other thing to note about this scenario, outside of us not having put our snipers down, is that all Belgian personnel are fanatic. So they have that increased morale. They don't cower, and they don't take patsies. I think that's it. I always forget if there's anything else with fanatic.
Right. This is. You don't have the Superman Fallschirmjägers this game?
So at this point, from what I've seen so far, unless I'm mistaken for scenarios 5 and 6, I don't believe I have any Fallschirmjägers anymore. Period. I might have some maybe in like the last one, but I don't know. Yeah, I got Schutzen Regiment 12 in the next in scenario 5. The next one does not have scenario 4 does not have any Fallschirmjägers. And I don't believe I have any Fallschirmjägers in the 6th scenario either. So the Supermen are well and truly gone, withdrawn from this. So shouldn't have much to worry about. At least not compared to the start when 758s, Smoke Experiment 2 and all that.
Right.
But yeah, so without further ado, because there's not much else to explain with this one, I guess the only thing to point out is that the scenario goes from A10, or sorry, from the crop is incorrect on the map. So it goes from 10 to 20, but only between hexes G and P. So that's why we've got the little red cage around us. But like I said, I don't really have anything else I can really do in terms of wild actions or anything. So I will happily waste a 3 to not have to deal with allied sand, and I will go to prep fire after, because I don't have a rally phase. I can't imagine you're gonna do anything.
Yeah, I'm going to do precisely nothing. That is correct.
Okay. So prep fire phase, I mean, there's really not much of a reason to do anything because that's probably just gonna get me shot, or I'll have penalties and all that. So movement phase, I'm gonna take my stack in N13 and assault move them into N14 for 2 movement.
Okay.
I will have my 2 squads in L13 are gonna assault move to L14.
Assault move to L14.
Yep.
Okay. I think, let me see. I think we can see that. And they can see that.
Sounds good. Any shots or anything?
Nope.
All right. Not exactly what I want to hear, but nonetheless, M14, I'm going to have 1 squad assault move to M15.
Assault move. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. And then the remaining squad in M14, 1 to M15 normal move.
Okay.
No shots.
Shot.
I will attempt to place smoke in L15. Wow. That is so spent 2 in M15 to do that.
Right, so a total of
3
so far?
Yeah, 3 so far.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Or anything on your end? No. And then 4 into M16.
4 into M16. Oh, well. Okay, fine. You talked me into it.
Well, I'll get the +1 from hedge, and so it's a what, 8 flat?
8 flat? Sounds about right.
Sounds right. Fingers crossed here. I don't want to. Okay. Pin test check. I am super pinned. I am going to attempt to move the AT gun. So I guess I just need to not roll a 12. All right. So they go to J13. If there's no shots, they will stop there.
Okay.
And now, I don't like the fact that I have options here. I feel like this is where the ASL, the tournament ASL player gets paralyzed. Because there's just so many darn places to be. Okay. So stack in J11 goes to K12 for 1.
Okay.
Bypass L12 for 2.
Okay.
M13 for 3.
M13 for 3. Okay.
M14 for 4.
Okay.
M15 for 5.
M15 for 5. Okay.
And then late CX L15 7.
L15 7. Fine.
All right. I'm I'm very happy and also dreading anything that might occur. Defensive fire phase.
Okay, so please eliminate your smoke. Thank you.
It has gone away.
Yeah, so we got a 4 flat there. That's all.
4 flat. All right. Oh, normal morale check. All right. Leader's fine. Squad's fine. Other squad breaks. Oops.
Okay, it's a result. And we'll final the guys who were first fired.
Sure. So it's a
Take
4 up 1.
4 up 1 at your pin guy.
Cowers.
No cowering because we're
Oh,
fanatic.
right. So one check. They'll break.
That's defensive.
All right. Well, advanced fire phase. In the advanced fire phase, I'm going to fire group everybody to shoot at the guys in L16.
Okie dokie.
So, blah, blah, blah. It is an up 4 shot no matter what.
Right.
I don't believe I have assault fire from anybody, and the MMG is not providing any firepower because it's an MMG. So, 4 from these guys, 6, 10, 17, up 4. 11 on 17 might just be a pin task check. Yeah.
Pin check. Leader, squad.
They're both fine, darn.
Well, we don't have the greatest amount of firepower in the world.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what I can scrounge up here. So route phase. In the route phase, the guy in M16 will go to N15, and then continue to N14 for 5 total. So that's fine for him to do.
Right.
So these guys, the guys in L15 can't go to N14 without being interdicted. So they will select L12. Do I send the leader with them? Probably not. I think not. So we'll do that. That is it for route. I don't believe there's anything else. So we'll go to advances. In the advanced phase, we're going to get gutsy here.
Ooh, baby.
Do I want those guys? Yeah, technically they can't see him anyways. There. So L14, 2 squads, they'll split. One will go to K15, the other to L15. The occupants of the stone building N14 go to M15. The guy who was previously in the road, M15, goes to M16. And the guys previously in L15 go to L16 to attempt to get some kills going here. Because I don't have time for it, and it's funner this way. So, CC, we roll for a potential ambush. I have a +1, -1 for CX and leader. I don't think there's any other modifiers.
228's elite.
They are, but that doesn't. They wouldn't make them stealthy. Yeah, so nothing happens. So it is a 5-3 or a 3-2, because I'm not 2-1. And I am just rolling straight because +1, -1. That will be a casualty reduction, but obviously you've got your roll. So
And I got what, a 1 to
2 down 1. 1 off. I'm very lucky. So casualty reduction, it's still random selection anyways. So.
All right, it's random select, leader squad. So leader is wounded, severity.
Right, sorry. Well, not exactly how I wanted that to go. That is it for my turn. Turn 1, Belgians.
Okay. Rally phase, I have nothing to accomplish.
Weather? Just in case, and
Oh,
just in case
wind
you might
change,
try to
sorry.
play smoke. All right. Rally
Oh, we actually
phase.
have a smoke exponent on somebody, don't we? Interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, the elites. I don't have any rally phase stuff, so both my guys lose their DM status, and we go to your prep fire.
All right. Prep fire. I guess. Well, let's see. We have a leader and 2 squads just sitting in the road. So what could we take there? A 4.
You wouldn't be able to shoot them with M17 because they're in the
Oh yeah,
foxhole.
I'm in the foxhole.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So 8
8 up 1.
up 1.
Sounds good. Normal.
Normal.
They're fine.
Done.
That's it. All right. Any moves?
No moves.
All right. You're making me search for you. That's rude. All right.
You know, I gotta hope for a lucky die roll to kill 2 squads or I lose. This is a very simple game.
It's true. That's very true. I will return the favor. 8 up 2 instead. No effect. And oh, I probably can't see that.
You can shoot into the melee with a big fire crew.
I could, but I actually hate doing that, or hate even receiving that. I'm going to try this. I don't know if this will actually work. AT gun is going to area fire against the foxhole.
Okay.
Does that touch that corner? Yeah, that does. That's a bummer.
I don't think you're touching. I think you're touching the green, but I don't think you're in the hex J16.
I think I'm crossing the. I mean, if it doesn't fully cross over, then I'm sure real twine or whatever wouldn't be affected. But I'm comfortable in saying that touches, which is unfortunate. But nonetheless, I believe that'll be it for defensive, so I'm not even going to mark the gun. Yeah, advanced fire phase.
I don't have any of that.
None. Routes, none. Advances.
Might have some of that.
Uh-oh.
Let's think of it. Let's say you win the melee. Then I'm adjacent to your big stack with a leader in a stone building.
I think it's also very important for me to point out, in case this matters for any decisions, I do have to accomplish both goals. So losing 2 squads will be an auto game over. It's not a if or statement.
Yeah, I just need to make you move into I just need to make you move into the bad terrain and take a shot at it. What else am I gonna do? I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm gonna unhip this foxhole just
Okay.
to simplify it.
I think because I would see you get into it, it has to be revealed.
Right. Okay. That's advances.
Sounds good.
Have a melee.
We do have a melee. It is still 1 to 2. I guess technically since the leader doesn't have to apply is +1, but if that's the case, it's 1 to 2 down 1 for you, and it is still a 3 to 2 no modifier for me.
So I'm 1 to 2 down 1.
Yeah.
Get lucky? Yes.
Of course. All right. Well. Yeah.
That was pretty gross.
This is why I always argue that leaders, if they're wounded leaders, they have to apply their, or not if they're wounded, but a 6-1 should always apply his leadership, because it's
Yeah.
very silly that you can choose not to.
Yeah, we tell our commander, you go to the rear. We'll keep fighting.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's somehow expected. Turn 2. Weather, no
Fatal.
change. Well, it's just, I expect to lose a guy, but not when you're rolling a 5 and a 6 and a 4, back to back on CCs. I am going to attempt self rally on. All right, well, this is how we end games early.
Yeah, you in a rush or something?
I wasn't, and now it's turning out that I am. That's it for rallies. Prep fire phase. I am going to. I'm gonna do squads. Both adjacent squads, so L15, M16, are gonna shoot 16 up 3 against L16. That's not gonna be anything.
You are on En Fuego tonight.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll get to change everything in the next scenario there. Yeah, I don't think I have any other shots. Movement phase. K15 assault move to J15.
Sounds like fun.
All right, nobody in there. Cool. AT gun is going to push.
Would have been a cool place to be, but I overlooked the fact that it was in the deployment zone. So yeah.
So they get there, and then I will attempt to push into cave 15. There is a +2, I believe, for having already moved, but that's still below the movement, so they will make it to cave 15 in case there are any shots towards them.
That, now I have to think about taking that shot. Because isn't that hazardous movement?
That's a good question. I was about to check my online thing that does not exist anymore, that I'm always sad about.
So pushing a gun, pushing a gun, pushing a gun.
You still, I actually don't know, because again, it's more fun learning this on the go here. You still get the gun shield even if you're pushing, right?
I don't know. I mean, it is through your covered arc, but I don't know if that is NA when moving. We'll figure it out.
I feel like
pushing a gun is hazardous movement, prevents assault movement, blah, 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 blah.
Do I have a hazardous movement counter I can just plop? I do not. All right, I gotta go search the hard way.
It doesn't say anything about the gun shield there.
I imagine they'll still have it.
Gun shield. When loaded on the vehicle. No, that's on the movement. Come on. Guns as targets. Gun shields. 11.5? Yeah, infantry moving or pushing while being attacked is not entitled to any protective DRM.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, so it would be 2 minus 2. Take that. Why not?
Is it just -2?
Hazardous movement. Yeah, because hazardous movement replaces FFMO and FFNA.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was additive.
Yeah, no, they're not cumulative. Yeah,
which is good because that would be kind of crazy. So is that 4 on 2?
So what? 4 on the 2 is like a 1 check.
They will pass it.
Ooh, Heroes of the Republic. Okay, well that was. I mean, I guess we could take a 1 minus 2. It was 2 movement points, right?
It is 2, yes, because I believe you're always paying.
Yeah, you pay double for manhandling.
Yeah.
So all right, we'll take the 1 minus 2. It's a good shot.
No. Okay, well, I mean, if you're just only gonna roll,
because I know it's another 1 check.
No, that is a 1-on-1, which is K1. That's the game over.
Oh, it's -2.
Yeah, it's -2.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because
Okay.
what's your dice stats? I'm very curious to see what your dice stats are.
Oh yeah, here we go. You ready?
I'm sure it's yeah.
Got
Okay,
you.
well, if your
Yeah, it's
average is
disgusting. Yeah.
583, all right.
I mean,
Well,
I rolled in 6 rolls. I rolled over a 7 once, so that's a little disgusting.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was just
yeah,
a
yeah.
dice bomb.
Which is expected, but it's unfortunate because I was gonna have these guys would assault move, especially after you shot. If you didn't shoot the second time, then I at least get to
Yeah,
advance a
yeah,
little
I
bit
would
more.
have took the final protective fire because what do I care if I route? It doesn't hurt me.
Pretty much, yeah, yeah. As long as, and I just need to
I
smoke
mean,
out.
where the last guys were down here in L18, last line of defense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually curious about that because I feel like being an L18, you're kind of giving up a lot of space that can be defended. Like, or not that can be defended because that's a given, but more that is protected. Like,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
an L18, you can't shoot into J18, and
right.
these have TEMs, right? So you only really get to shoot at M18, K18, L19 without any, with any like positives. I definitely thought that J15 though was going to be occupied.
Yeah, yeah. I was just tunnel vision on the hill. I kind of overlooked that was in the deployment area. That's probably the best hex there is, right?
Mm.
It's got open ground on 5 out of 6 sides.
Yeah, and like you can't really, outside of the +1 TM for height advantage, you can't really, like, if the Germans get into L16 and all you have left is J15, then yeah, you are
Yeah, yeah, kind
hosed.
of bump.
But at that point, you could at least like run away into like I-16, and you can't get shot at from there. So you're forcing the Germans to kind of advance still. But either way,
Right, right. And, this is another one of those scenarios where I don't think the designers took a particular fine tooth comb to the victory conditions. Like, you know, I don't have to
um,
defend. I don't have to defend anything, right? I could just run away.
yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I'm necessarily against the idea or that I would say that they haven't looked this scenario over. I think the problem with it is a problem that exists with any sort of small scenario like this, where the first loss you have is almost guaranteed to be devastating, right?
Right,
Like
right, right. Yeah,
like
very binary.
yeah, it's kind of just okay. Well, I lost a guy, so depending on who you lose, can essentially be game. Um, for example, a 9-1 losing that super early is just a big pain in the ass because like, well, what do you do? What do you do with him without him? Because you can't rally. So do I want to send my 8-1 to go around and try rallying people? Um,
Yeah,
getting a casualty reduction on a rally, like, okay, it's true that you can just ignore self rallies and you could just say anybody that breaks is game over for them, but is that really how you want to like like play this scenario? Just everybody that breaks you get rid of. It's kind of
right, right. Yeah,
yeah, and you don't have the Superman in this one compared to prior scenarios, so you don't have anybody that can like reliably charge a location or that can at least sit outside and try to peck at a stone building.
yeah.
But yeah, I had what morale checks were all right, I guess. Pretty average morale checks, but outside of that,
Yeah. Well, you rolled one rally attempt. Your casualty reduced.
yeah, all my
Your
IFTs were 7
IFT is
above.
gross, right? You're right. You rolled one pin check. You're another 12.
Yeah,
CC red, 2 hit red.
yeah, just not great, not great at
Well, your
all.
best rolls are your win change and your morale checks. That's not a recipe for
Typical,
success.
very 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 typical. All right. So you have the second save, I believe. So if you want to load that up, and then I'll resync to you.
Okay. Oh, did
Because I don't think you
I?
ever sent that back to me. I'll
Yeah,
double
I don't
check,
know that
but
I ever set it. Did I even set it up? Ooh, I don't know. I know.
I mean, I can
I do
always
have
just
a resource.
load it because it's not like you're coming from off board anyway, so I don't know if
Right,
it.
right. Yeah, yeah. You want to just? I don't think I did anything. Did I?
Okay.
I can't remember.
Well,
Let me look.
I'll load it and you look at it and
I'll look
see.
and see if I have anything.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
not, did I do? No, I did not do a number 4.
Okay.
All right.
So
This will be
let me
quick.
just save this. We'll load SGB-04. And if anything, it gives you some time to look at it and decide stuff. And I will talk to our wonderful stream crowd, and they will get to enjoy this new scenario. So this is the second scenario of the night. Probably going to be another very short one, just because. So this scenario, SGB-04, is called Tentative. I believe it has the same name throughout all the different iterations of this pack, whether it's Sturm Group Beton or Facing the Blitz. Now, this scenario involves 8 German squads against 6 Belgian squads. Both sides have 2 leaders, but the one trick pony here is that the Belgians have a T13, what is that, 3B? 3B.
3B. Yeah, the better of the terrible
Uh,
stuff.
so essentially, the Germans set up first, which is what I did. They have to set up 2 hexes from C22, which is the hex I've marked. And they must be at least, or at most, 2 MMCs per hex. Now, for whatever reason, I read that backwards, and I just put 2 squads everywhere. It's not going to be much of a surprise. You could just do the mental math here. But you could spread them out a little bit more. I don't really know if it's really necessary to do anyways, but nonetheless. So this scenario has the Germans defending as per their setup here. There are no special scenario rules that are in effect outside of the ones from the pack, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Um, the only thing here to really note is that the objective is that the Belgians win at game end if there are 2 or fewer good order German MMC inside buildings C23 and D23. So if I take away the counters, so I'm not seeing anything going on, C23, D23, they're both stone buildings. So the Belgians just come in, try to clear them, and that is it. The board area for this scenario is A through G, and hexes 21 through 30. So essentially, it's a nice little box here that maybe I will.
On north edge. Okay,
I'll get some.
between 26 and 30.
There. That is our cross section of stuff that we can play inside of. I get to place my sniper anywhere, so we'll just put it. We'll put him on a little upslope here. Try to fake out the Belgians here. ELR 3, Santa 3. Then 3, 3. What's your Sam 2 at ELR 3?
That's where we have stone building, stone building.
I
Do
don't
not
believe you
go.
can set him up in. I don't think you can set up a sniper in an occupied X.
Oh,
Yeah, not really a big deal.
C24. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. Like I said, I don't think it's a grand scheme of things. I'll be surprised if it really matters, but
I'm just moving them around.
I'm prepared to eat those words.
26, 30. Less than to equal inside the building. Less than to equal to. inside the building.
Yeah, I can't just sit around.
You have 2 machine guns, and that's it.
Correct. 2 LMGs. Nothing strong. Nothing crazy here.
No anti-tank guns. No, nothing grotesque.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm basically just a sitting duck, waiting. Like, it's this is the type of scenario that I will argue is not particularly entertaining for one side or the other, because much like the first scenario where your guys were pinned for the first 2 turns, um, there's no reason for me to ever leave the buildings.
Well,
like
exactly.
like outside of not wanting to take shots, and if I wanted to be gross and I could skulk, but one, I hate skulking, so I wouldn't do that. But there's no real reason for me to ever leave those buildings. It's just inviting trouble.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense for you to do that, right?
Mm-hmm. Like this is another scenario where, yeah, I can see this being a reduced number of squads on both sides. Maybe like the Germans fewer. Um, like instead of 8, maybe have 4 or 3, and just make it so that they can't have fewer than 2, not equal, but just fewer than 2 good order squads. The tank is really the only thing that, if you were to reduce squad sizes, you would have to remove the tank as well.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're ready to go.
Sounds good. The devil's teeth are bearing, they're shining or whatever. I don't know. You're
Something, 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 something.
something
Exactly.
something, a wolf bearing its teeth or whatever into the jaws of madness.
Okay.
They should have sent a poet. That's all I'm saying.
Rally phase. Oh, do we want to deploy anybody?
I guess technically it would be this, but
Oh, we're allied miners. We can't deploy. Never mind. Ready to go.
sounds good. Same.
Rally.
Or weather, in case I don't want,
Yeah, we did.
gusts. I don't want any pesky smoke there.
That's right. Okay. So.
The only smoke I want to see is from a burning wreck.
That's right. That's right. 1-2 attempt smoke in A26.
Can you? I don't think you're allowed to if you're off board.
Oh, okay. We can't do that. All right.
Well,
So.
because you can't spend movement off board to make an action on board, as far as I'm aware.
Right. Right. Right.
Um,
No problem. One.
but yeah, you're there for 1.
Smoke in that hex for 2.
Sure.
Actually, do we want to do that? Nah. So that's 1, 2.
Okay.
3,
That's 4.
4. Sorry. 1, 2, 4.
And because it's 4, well, not really because it's 4. I'm going to reveal 2 squads in the back here, and they will take a shot. Pretty sure it's it's a +1 down 1, so it is 8 flat. 5 on 8.
Oh.
I feel like it's going to be just the reverse of.
Smells like a 1 check, something like that.
5 on 8 is a 2 check.
Oh, then that will break his little butt.
I feel like this is just going to be a reverse of reverse of the previous thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay. I'll move the tank next.
Yep.
Give you something to think about anyway. 1,
Mm-hmm.
2,
You there?
3,
Sure.
4,
Mm-hmm.
6.
Is it a bog over a hedge?
No.
It's not. There's no. Really?
Hedges are a nothing burger.
I could have sworn hedge is at least something.
We can look it up.
2 plus cost of terrain and nothing else. Wow. Oh, I'm thinking of I think I'm thinking of trucks and half tracks or something.
Yeah, yeah, but it's not a fully stacked AFV. Yeah, then it's Trouble City.
Okay. Well, sorry, 1 plus cost of terrain. So yeah, it was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So you're there in F-27 for 7.
7. All right. 9,
Okay.
10.
Sure.
Health.
As you get into G-23, I will take the opportunity to shoot 1 LMG. Because you
Okay.
are in a bad facing there. Huzzah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't make any difference.
Oh my god, what is this? LMG, I am 3 hexes away, which means I get a +1. There's 1 armor. It's a kill. It's so ridiculous. Crew survival, though. I don't know what the crew survival number of a T-33B
Red 4.
is. Alright, well.
He's dead.
Well, yeah, it's nice that we can at least prove that DiceBot has phases.
Yeah, that's kind of hilarious.
I really I can
Kind of
understand.
hilarious.
I find that the more that I play and these sorts of events happen, the more I understand and can completely sympathize with everybody who has a camera dedicated for their dice. I get it,
Right.
you know? It's not a, oh, I want to prove what I'm rolling. It's I want I'm not rolling random.org or whatever.
That's right. That's right. All right. Next guy. I don't know what we're supposed to do. 1,
Sure,
2,
you're there.
3,
Okay.
4.
The guy who shot his support weapon will shoot. It's a 4 flat. You're good. It'll be first fire.
Next guy.
And 1 residual.
One,
Sure.
2.
I will take the opportunity to shoot D22 at them. So it's 8 up 1. Pin test check. He's fine, and then it'll be
That was what? 2, 3.
sure.
Next guy. One,
Mm-hmm.
2,
Okay.
3.
I will attempt to punish this with D22. It is a 4 flat. They will cower, so nothing happens there. I'll have 1 squad reveal in C23. 8 flat. Pin test check.
He's pissed.
Yay!
Or he could reveal the rest of your guys. Boo.
I figured he'd try to run in and bounce him.
Yeah.
So no reason I shot.
I'm up board 1.
I mean, why not just have them stacked? Because it's not like you'd be overstacked. You can just get into A27 for 1. Yeah, because otherwise, like, why cost yourself a movement? I'm not that mean or cruel.
So, 3.
So, not 2. You can be 2 to there.
2. Sorry. Mercy roll.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, you're not overstacked, so what do I care? But yeah, you're there.
3,
Sure.
4.
Okay.
1,
Mm-hmm.
2,
Sure.
3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
3,
Okay.
4,
Mm-hmm.
5,
Yep.
6. Oh, I actually
Um.
picked them off with it. Picked off my tank with a machine.
Yeah. I mean, nothing surprises me today anymore. It's just. It
Yeah,
just.
that's everybody.
It's just like, oh, I will take this dumb shot just in case. Oh, it it kills. Oh, okay. Um. So for that last guy's movement, D23, I'll reveal the guys who have not been part of any sort of shot yet. So it's squad with a leader and LMG. They will shoot. It is a, I believe, +1 for hedge, +1 for orchard, -1 for leader, -1 for non-assault.
A flat shot?
I think it's a flat shot. I always forget if you get a wall or hedge, if both, like if the hedge connects both hexes. I forget if you get the bonus. But
Yeah, the hex side counts. Yeah.
oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a flat 6 on 7, which is a 1 check.
Okay. Leader
All right.
and squad.
So they're both fine. Sniper doesn't activate. And that is going to be the. I don't think I got any other subsequent shots for that guy. So we'll go to defensive fire phase. Just to be mean, C23, D23, they're both going to fire group against your pinned 7-0 because they got nothing else
Cool.
to do. Or so 18 flat, I believe. So 5 on 18 is a 4 check.
Nice.
I wish I could get that normally, but
Yeah,
yeah,
think that might have ELR'd my man.
yeah. So that. Now, do I want to try anything here? I'm gonna reveal my last squad here. So C23, the guy who did not shoot, is going to take a shot at A24. So it's a 4-1. No. And that will be it for defensive.
Okay, advancing fire. We don't have assault fire.
Oh man, we always do that, or I always forget to remind us to do that.
What's that?
So, the Belgians have that -1 firepower.
Oh, the
Remember?
grenade thing. We forgot
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
again.
Not that it. I don't think it really matters, to be honest, because especially in the last scenario, you got kills from CC and from not adjacent. But it is
Right.
important to note, I guess, here.
Yeah, yeah. It makes a difference. Yeah, that lack of firepower. All right, so I guess we'll just fire group everybody at your 8-1.
Sure.
So we're 2, 4, 6, 8,
So it's an up 4
10,
shot.
up about 1,000. That
So
doesn't
it's
look
a 10 on, what'd you say, 10 firepower?
and firepower.
CTZ.
Oh, okay.
They're all fine.
That's it for advancing fire. I will not bother to mark it.
Routes. Orchards are considered woods. Don't forget.
Oh, okay. So then I guess we'll just go. This pin marker.
Yeah, no matter what, that stays in effect.
Okay, how's that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, the other thing is you can't use triple point blank fire, but I don't think we've gotten
Yeah,
to that point.
should that become a thing?
I can't remember if anybody's gone berserk or anything.
Now that you said it, it will definitely happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, you are advancing aggressively, so you never know. But so yeah, advances.
Advances.
Are you guys elite? Oh, We should have. Oh, that's annoying. Um, do you have the custom counters? I feel like this is important enough to.
I don't know what custom counters we're talking
Or
about, which
the.
probably indicates that
Can
I do not.
Can you see this counter?
I can see it, yeah.
Okay, you have assault fire. This
Oh
is
wow. Okay.
yeah. This is why we gotta. So if we use assault fire from the last one, so it would be
1, 2,
instead of 2,
3.
it's 3, so it's 15.
So a 15 instead of a 10.
So 10 on 15, pin task check. Okay, so it's still the rolls don't change, and it doesn't change any. Like even if we were applying normal morale checks, it'd still be fine. But something to keep in mind: you do have assault fire,
Okay.
which. How
But
do
I
you
can't
have?
see the counter, so then I should have them. Let me.
Yeah. So if you go into Allied Miners and you go to your squads, it should be under the tab, or not even in the just squads, but there should be a tab called CHFTB. So
Oh yeah, I see
yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah,
Oops.
facing the Blitz. Don't worry about it. It's not the end
So
of the
we
world,
got
anyways.
those.
Though it is funny to see that there is a fighter bomber in there, and I can only imagine when the heck that's gonna come up.
Right. Take a minute to
Oh yeah, no worries. Take your time.
get these guys figured
We
out.
we're ahead of schedule.
Yeah, yeah, I think we're doing okay on time, right?
Yeah, we got no rush.
Done.
So yeah, your
So
advances.
advances, right? We got more advances. Do we have any advances? I'll go there. I'll go there. I'll go there. Done.
All right. Um, no CC. We'll go to German turn 1. I should probably put a counter that says when the scenario ends. In other
4 turns, 4 full turns.
yeah. So and there. Perfect. I will check for weather. No weather change. Rallies. I have nothing to worry about.
I got the leader. No.
Okay. We'll go to prep fire phase. I don't. I'm not gonna bother keeping that guy concealed. So I'll do a 8 up 1 against C25. Okay, it's a 2 morale check.
Okay, this ought to be quick.
Pinned. All right. Well, that's not as quick, unfortunately. Um. I'm gonna take a shot D23 against D25 so that it's flat. So 14 flat. Okay. Well, I don't. Sometimes a dice bot
The
does
exact
not.
opposite of last game. That's
Yeah.
fine.
It's a flat shot, so it's a 1 KIA.
1 KIA.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
14 flat. What'd you roll? A 4 or a 3? 3.
A 3, yeah.
14 flat. A 3 is a K3.
Is it K3? Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at 15. Yeah, K3.
K3. All right. So, who gets casualty reduced? Top
Okay.
bottom.
I was secretly hoping you would not roll doubles.
And 3 morale check on the half squad and the squad.
Pin squad. Right.
Broken and pinned, but not yellowed.
Well, I have rate, so I will shoot once more LMGs only, so 6 flat. 7 on 6 is a normal.
Okay. Broken half squad is eliminated, and a pin squad is broken but not healed.
Okay, well, can I see through that? Probably not. Yeah, like I don't, and this is, I mean, I'm gonna go to movement phase. I'm just gonna assault move the 2 guys in C22 to B22.
Okay.
And then that's my movement.
Okay. My pin guy is no longer part of the fire group. That's great. What's he got? 4 up 4? Sniper bait. I'm not gonna roll that.
2
No,
up
2
4.
up 4.
Yeah, even more
So
sniper
my
bait.
guys have an 8 up 4,
3.
8 up 3 at D23.
Yep.
Nothing.
Might be 8. That's 7. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I think missed by 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Advanced fire phase none. Routes. Same deal there. But yeah, okay, those guys are going there. Yeah. Advances. D22. I'm just gonna split them so fully saturate those buildings. And then B22. Why not? I'll just toss them both in B23. And that's it. Belgian turn 2.
Wind change, no. Rallies, busted leader.
Ooh, all right.
No squad.
Well,
No squad. And DM guy. No good. Okay. Quick fire. Take the 8 up 3.
Ooh, 6 on 8 is a 1 check. 1 check. Leader breaks. Squad breaks. Other guy's fine. Squad breaks. All right. Well, I mean, if I'm just gonna roll terribly like that.
Yeah, you just roll as awful as possible. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Everything will just be fine.
Crazy. I do have to also take a task check. My guy's not pinned, and sniper didn't get it.
Okay, and that's all right. That's it for prep fire.
That's it for prep fire. What?
Yeah, hell, I'm out of guys.
No, you got one. You got 1 guy left.
All right. Okay.
If you want to take a 4 shot. All right. Well, why not? 14 flat. 10 on 14 is probably just a pin test check. 10 on 14, yeah. No, he's pinned. All right. Well,
his chance for glory.
can all things considered, C23 while he's moving as well. So 12 flat? No, 12 up 1. 12 up 1. 7 on 12 is 1 morale check.
1 check coming in.
Okay,
Yeah,
well.
okay.
And then, yeah, like defensive 8 flat? Right? Because it's down the road.
Down the road.
Cowers, 6 on 6 is 1 check. Or at least pretty sure it's 1 check. Yeah.
Broken guy. Leader. And squad. And squad. So 1 guy pinned.
Sounds good. No more shots. Advanced fire phase. None. Routes.
Route. This guy, he's got to go somewhere. So he will continue to F25.
Sure. I mean, technically, yeah. Whatever. I was gonna say the guy in E25 is DM'd as well, just because he got shot.
Oh, he got shot.
Yeah. But that's it for that. I don't have to move, and it'd probably be suicide at this point to move him. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there'd be a point. Advances.
Advances. Oh no, we have one guy pinned who can't advance. So, all right, no advances.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Yeah,
How are you feeling about this one?
this is kind of over.
Yeah. I don't want to. If you want to keep playing, I'm fine with it. But otherwise,
Yeah, I mean, we could play one more turn. It's only gonna take 5 minutes.
yeah. That guy does not rally, so everybody there is stuck. Your rallies.
Okay, A25. Give him a shot.
Oh, it comes back.
Hey, the shit leader. He came back. I changes everything.
Well, I wish I could get those rolls.
Yeah, the guy in E25. No.
Pin comes off. We go to prep. I've only got, well, technically got 2 shots. B23, same shot over there, 8 flat. Didn't matter. LMG shooting at the same group. It is a 7-up 2. Okay. 6 on 7 is 1 check.
All right. Busted guy? Yeah, okay. So let's see.
I'm not gonna do that to you.
What's that?
Well, I'll do it afterwards. I'll do it afterwards. I don't want to point it out. Because he can't ELR. I'm broken.
But he's disrupted.
He's not disrupted. No.
Oh.
Yeah, he just gets reduced. That's it.
Squad and squad.
All right. Well, yeah, with 2 squads at this point.
Take a task check for the leader, and he'll fail that.
Oh my
God.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll let you, if you want to shoot, go ahead. And I'm not gonna move anybody, and then we'll.
Yeah. No, I think we're good.
So, so with the shot in E25, the reason I was wanted to point something out. So leaders always take their rolls first.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just did the broken guy because he was on top. But yeah,
but leaders
first. Yeah.
Because otherwise he applies his bonus, blah blah blah. So I was like, oh man, I could break the leader. I hope he doesn't roll super well. I don't want that next roll to be a 2 or something. But no, I think this is the in the same light as SGB-03. You know, not interesting. Not same with End of Command, you know, not interesting. It's kind of just you walk out your guys up to certain death. The Germans have too many troops in this one, like compared.
Yeah, I mean the Germans have more firepower.
Yeah, like compared to what you had to deal with in End of Command with 2 squads and a crew, like the Germans have too much here. I get that, you know, the orchards exist, but it's not like the orchards are woods. That's just for route.
I mean, it's only a -1, and everything is open ground. So what am I going to take 4 turns to move across the open ground?
And I mean, even if you did, let's say you do, right, and you only ever assault move,
assault move advance, assault move advance. So 2 turns.
So even if exactly, it doesn't. It never removes the fact that you're gonna get blasted with anything. So yeah, if anything, I actually feel I actually dislike this one more than the prior scenario. The prior scenario at least felt like, because the Germans can't lose many troops, right? Like there's a reason to go slow. You can't risk it even though the Germans have vastly more firepower, you still kind of, you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
have to be sneaky about it. But this one's just, well, I've got a vehicle, and if the vehicle blows up, then what are
Right,
you gonna
and
do?
it's not. I mean, it's got a two-factor machine gun and a 47 gun. It's not exactly, setting the
Yeah,
world on fire.
like if I had to make a change but keep everything on this scenario, I would say give the T-13 a armored leader, and that way he's negating the orchard, right? And like it's still a +3
Right.
shot, but you get 6 shots. Like the tank itself doesn't have to move in, so you have 5, between 5 and 7 shots, depending on how aggressively or how much you want to move.
Exact. And yeah, my that was my goal, to set him up and just hope for a critical hit. That's what
Yeah,
else are you gonna do?
exactly. So
And I
yeah.
mean, if the tank lived, I would have been slightly less aggressive with the infantry.
Hmm. And I mean, I think the other thing too that is possible or whatever. Do they have I know they have vehicle smoke because obviously they're vehicles, so they have vehicle smoke. But do they have any other smoke?
No, no, they have. This has nothing.
No,
There's
it's
no
just a
smoke
no
dispensers.
radio CS4, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, suffice to say, I had more fun in the previous one, and this tentative was a bust. At least more so
The
of a
tentative
bust
was
than
not super entertaining.
no.
I didn't have, you know, I wasn't anticipating a particularly interesting fight, given, the setup was, the last one at least had some intrigue. This was just,
Just
see
walk.
if you can get two lucky rolls before your firepower is reduced to the point where it's pointless.
Yeah. Like I at least appreciate that they have assault fire, but I still think I definitely still believe that the Germans should have, you know, take the tank out, give the Germans 4 squads instead of 8, and at least you have something more competitive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At worst, have the Belgians have 5 squads instead of 6 because they do have assault fire, which will like make up for a squad. But outside of that, hell, even give the Belgians 2 -1 leaders. Like I don't see an issue with that either.
Yeah. It's just, and with the no grenades thing, so you
Yeah,
know
and I
you're giving up a firepower disadvantage if you get adjacent.
which is funny because if you're assault fire, you regain, like it cancels each other out, right?
Right, a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
But
That's true. I didn't
because
think of
it
that.
it is a +1 -1, so whatever. But I could see the I kind of see that as negligible anyways, regardless, just because we're playing the IIFT. If you were playing without the IIFT, right? You're not shooting at 8 firepower point blank. You're shooting at 6, right?
Right, right,
So the it's not obviously the at lower firepowers. It's not as bad because there's so many steps early on. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. But it's
right.
once you get to higher numbers where you're losing out like 24 to 30, when you have a gap of 5 firepower between the two, that's that's big. That's a lot of firepower that you can drop just by losing one and having to round down. So,
Right.
but yeah, no. Anyways, suffice to say, um, not I will be I am very eager and curious to see what the next scenario is going to be, because I have not looked at it yet. um, that'll be us for tonight. So Rob and I'll hang on the conversation so we can still talk about this. But the next two scenarios, just for people who are curious, if I'm looking at Facing the Blitz 2, which this is pretty much the same thing, We have our next scenario is a rather small, again, 8 squads for the Germans, 4 squads for the Belgians, apparently. And then we finish this off with a larger section of the map, but it is Germans attacking with 9 squads versus 6 Belgian defender squads. And that's probably the one that has air support. Yeah, it has air support. Because
Okay.
the Germans in that one have 2 SDKFZ 10-4s, which have their like anti-air stuff. So yeah, look forward to that next week. We might actually tackle both. I'll have to see how many turns, 4 turns and 5 turns. All right, so yeah, we'll probably we'll probably do 2 scenarios next week too. Um, and Saturday should be playing a game with Rutan. I don't know which one. He's got a set of 4 scenarios I sent him, so we'll figure something out. But until then, have a lovely week and bye.